This thing is a diamond. Hey! Before Peugeot bought Vauxhall to make the same cars as Peugeot but with Vauxhall badges on, Vauxhall actually made some pretty interesting cars. Up until 2004 they were pumping these things out. This is the range topping 3.2 litre V6, 200-ish horsepower, very, very capable 4x4 Vauxhall Frontera. Now, Isuzu had a big hand in this car, mainly to do with, you know, drivetrains and more specifically the engine. It's a fantastic engine. Listen to this. This one here though might not be the most capable 4x4 anymore, partly because it's been sat outside for over 4 years since it was last on the road. And the problem we've got with that is we're in Britain and we the weather, Mother Nature likes to eat Vauxhalls and many other cars, but she takes a real big fancy to Vauxhalls. On the top of it, it looks all right. From what I've seen underneath though, and I haven't seen much, we're about to find out, but it looks very, very rusty. Do you remember the Rover 820 that we did recently? Well, that car sold to a gentleman called Ray on eBay, and part of the deal that we struck was that as I dropped the car off to him, I would receive this. Now, again, this could be a particularly short video because, well, things aren't massively looking good for it already, you know. Now, what I'd really like to do today is to just have a look around this thing, see what works, see what doesn't, get it inside, get it up in the air without it sort of folding together like an accordion, and yeah, see what the underneath's all about, and then stick it in for an MOT and see how many pages we get back of a failure list. And that'll tell us whether or not it'd be worth putting this thing back on the road or not, and how much it would take to do that. It's going to be a pretty short episode this, but you know, it's just a bit of fun. Welcome to Tasty Classics Frontera Special. Nice. On the face of it, it looks in really good nick. We've got some decent Falcons all round, loads of tread and stuff on them. But yeah, just like inside the arches and things, doesn't look amazing. It'd be a worthy contender to go back on the road though, because it's like immaculate everywhere. I'm not going to spend too much time sort of going over this car with a fine-tooth comb because, I mean, it's not been sat for too long and it's in such good nick. You know, really, really good nick. On top, anyway. Oh, got some coffee cups, some chopsticks. Keep them. Oh, and a faceplate thing for the stereo. Ah, maybe not range topper. There was obviously something else there, wasn't there? We have got a stereo. Does it work? Where's the on button? Okay. Oh my god, it works, and we've got tunes. How good. Right, better turn that down before YouTube poos its pants. Vauxhall car mats, very nice. Does this work? Oh, it does. Oh, and it's got a very distinctive smell. If you know these things, you'll know what I mean. They do have a very distinctive, musty smell. Smells like the 90s, you know? But yeah, it's in bloody good condition. Look at the seats and everything. Now, we've got 121,000 miles on it, an ABS light, and is that the hand? And a brake light. Oh, it's not the handbrake light. And we've got all sorts of stuff here which I don't want to play with because he told me that these are a little bit sus, so we'll leave those. Indicators. Okay, might be worth us just waiting for a failure on this. Do we have wipers, washers? Oh, that's, I can see the lights are working over there. Oh, nice. Okay, well that's, oh, we should probably top that up before we take it. So we have a look under the bonnet. We've got headlights. That's pretty cool. Okay. Now look, this thing is a bit of a beast. This is the Isuzu engine. This is not a Vauxhall engine. This is the Isuzu 3.2 V6. And it is a bit of a monster. It's 200 horsepower and boatloads of torque. And I mean boatloads of torque. I've instantly noticed though that we have no brake fluid in there, which is good fun, isn't it? And I think that means that something has popped. Although, I do have a confession. This bumper and that fog light, well, they didn't used to look like that. As I was pulling it off the trailer, I didn't notice because my trailer's got sides, but that tyre had gone flat and therefore meant the whole thing was a bit lower down. And as it came off the trailer, it lifted one of the strap sort of buckle bits and tore the front off, and I think it might have done some more damage. Just my luck. But yeah, it looks really clean and tidy under here. I've checked the oil, everything's dead sweet, it's nice. Looks like it's had a cam belt as well, which is interesting. So yeah, should we see if it moves and then get it inside? Only joking. Due to public relations issues, we will not be doing a sill cam on this car. Partly because, I mean, it's a little bit too nice. And even if I don't do it, someone else might want to, you know? I don't think this is quite scrap just yet, but let's get it up there and find out. First thing, this sill, I mean, it's all right, it's just here, but it does go a little bit crusty along there. But that, I mean, that's only a little plate. That's you know, we're all right. What about inside here? This is a big Vauxhall place to go. Again, if I push that hard enough, it'd go straight through. Oh my, yeah. Oh God, it's if I pulled that, it would come off. So yeah, it needs a bit of stuff. There is bits, but I think, yeah, mainly there and there is probably what the MOT man would like to see, but I guess they'll tell us. That bit of chassis looks okay. Does this wheel move? I think he said one of the brakes was stuck. That's not too bad. Again, all the tyres are good. You know, up there again, a bit rough. Up there it's had a questionable welding patch in the past. And yeah, that chassis again doesn't look too bad at all. Down here though, I mean, yeah, rough as toast, isn't it? Front of it's fine though, but again, just this back bit. Again, you know, you think my welding's bad, bloody hell. So yeah, outer sills at the back, doors a little bit crusty, I don't want to touch that because that's possibly some structural integrity there. And this is where, I don't know, I'm a little bit worried, a little bit concerned. So instantly I can see that that is our popped brake pipe. So I don't think it was me getting off the trailer, but we have just had a brake pipe go bang, which is a bit annoying. Oh, chassis does look a bit rough. I mean, you know, not the best. What have I done there? Have I just pulled that out? Did I just pull that back up, or have I bent it? I don't know. Interesting. What about down there again? Not the best. That brake, but you know, it's going to want loads of brake pipes, isn't it? This could have been a bit of a seaside car, this, in the UK. You can tell they sort of get rusty quickly. Right, so first of all, let's have a look, see if I did any damage, because that buckle thing is bent on the trailer, and you can see where it dug into there. Look at these wishbones and suspension, it's all, oh, look at that wishbone, man. That is in a very sad state of affairs. Not nice at all. Anti-roll bar again. Very, very sad. What's been moved up here? You see a little bracket there for the fog light. Just all wants pushing back in, doesn't it? Nothing too bad. But yeah, big skid plate there, big hefty one, that's definitely helped. Wishbone on this side, nowhere near as bad. But yeah, it's looking a little bit like that Mondeo ST24, isn't it? Some pipes in there, no doubt they're all going to go pop at some point. Inner sill there looks nice. I mean, that, yeah, it needs some anti-rust on it quickly before it goes. But yeah, again, in there, pretty nice. That's not the end of the world, that. But yeah, wishbones, chassis leg there. Let's turn that up. Yeah, look at that. It's just a rusty old motor. I wouldn't be surprised if he manages to get a screwdriver through there. P and some scrapes. So you can see that was from my trailer. It has had some brake pipes. Look at this transfer box and everything there. Yeah, it's all cool. Rest of these inner sills, I mean, yeah, it's not looking great. Look at that, there's a big access hole there into the sill. So you could have filled that with something. And again, this back bit of the sill, I don't know, it's probably going to want plenty of work there, isn't it? Fuel tank there looking a little bit crusty. Diff's nice and dry, but rear axle's looking a bit sus. Just in terms of rust, really. And shocks and backing plates. Just wants a good coating with stuff, doesn't it? Try and make it last a bit longer. The exhaust has come off its rubber there. It's not quite as bad as I thought it'd be, though. You can see, is that just stuck on? There's a plate there. And again, up inside there, not the end of the world, but that would be a bit of a pig to weld up in there because the chassis is right there. Wouldn't be ideal just to get stuff in there, but it's all very doable, all very doable. Now I can hear the exhaust blowing, so where's that blowing from? Is it there? See the cat there, that's split. So It's got 2 on it. But there is definitely a blow somewhere. Not sure where it is. Somewhere up in there. Interesting. So this is pretty cool, but the brake pipes only sort of come up into this ABS block here. So it doesn't look like too much of a bad job to replace that popped one. So I don't know, it's all up to what Mr. MOT man says, isn't it really? Because we've been here before, haven't we? And he's quite capable of writing this car off. But fingers crossed, he doesn't. Could it be worth doing? I don't know. You know, if it doesn't take me long, if it's a day's work, day or two's work to sort of get this thing back on the road, might be worth doing. I'm just, you know, I'm a bit concerned about, you know, there's lots of rusty parts, and is he going to say, you know, this corroded, that corroded, that corroded, that corroded, and we're just going to have to end up buying loads of bits for it, which I wouldn't want to do. I've got so many other nice cars going on out here, which is why this is only a short little episode on this Frontera, because a lot of other stuff I'd like to get stuck into. But this could be a nice prospect for someone, couldn't it? It's got these, look. I mean, that one's cracked, but it has got these. They must be 50 quid on eBay or something. Okay. I bet you're wondering why he's pouring boiling water into his washer jets, aren't you? Well, I'm not. It's just like it's the only receptacle I've got, really. Nice. Not much more we can do, is there? I mean, if I had someone here to help me bleed the brakes, I could probably do that brake pipe, couldn't I? Should we give it a go? Just do a short video on it. It'll be fine. Just do a short one. Nobody will care. Don't do anything to it. Just get it through its MOT. Yeah, great. Nice one. It's going to be like hours later and we'll still be doing brake pipes on the thing. Ah, come on, you stupid bloody thing. Just crack. Ah. Oh, God. Can't get the heat on it because it's got rubber over it. Stupid bloody thing. Come on. Oh, God. Oh, it's supposed to be a 2-minute job. Is that one going to start leaking? Oh, no, that one started leaking now. Oh, God. See, I knew it. Just leave things alone. Stop touching things all the time. Oh, God. Oh, gee. What? Now, that one's pouring out as well, for God's sake. Ah, she's out. Nasty. But let's just do one at a time, eh? Do you ever instantly regret starting a job? It's a big steering thing in the way that I can't get to. I think that's the brake pipe there that's loose. It must be. So I figured out it goes to this one here, I think. So let's see if we can undo that and then pull it all out. It's got about 6,000 bends in it for no reason whatsoever. Oh. Did that undo or did I just round it? It's almost like they designed these clips so things don't come out of them. I do it. I'm brave. Just do it. Just do it. Why not? Ah. Oh, she's coming. I'm going to smash that thing into smithereens in a minute. Just can't even see anything anymore. If you're sitting there watching me on like a Sunday morning or Friday night and just going, do you know what? I'm going to go and work on my car tomorrow now. I've just given me inspiration. Don't do it. Cars are pain. Cars, there's just nothing good. Nothing good can come of them. Okay, one of them's come loose. Come on, you go under there now. Ah, no, okay. Go up. No, don't tell me. You're stuck on another clip. Why? You shouldn't be anywhere near a clip. Oh, you just wedged under another one, are you? Okay. Oh no, wedged under a bit of wiring. Oh. What was that? One thing about ladder chassis vehicles, cars, 4x4s, that you can separate the body from the chassis. Like the Scimitar was a fantastic example of this. And the Discovery, you know, all these great cars, is that they design one bit, the body, and they design the other bit, the chassis, and they put them together with a complete disregard of how anybody's ever going to work on them in the future, because they've made all the bits and fitted all the bits, and then they put the two things together. And they're like, we don't care, it's not our problem anymore. They're never going to have to deal with rusty brake pipes, are they? You know, in the 3 years that the warranty lasts for, so they don't give a shit. Right, okay, it's wrapped around like 6 other pipes as well. I don't know if you can see, but this is the pipe I'm trying to get out, and it's stuck around that. And I could just cut it in half, but I kind of wanted to see which way it goes. But to be honest, it bends so much already that that's probably irrelevant. Doesn't really matter what shape this comes out like either, because I'll tell you something right now. I'm not going to be making the same shape. I'm just going to go like as the crow flies. I might just drill a hole through the wing. That was a joke. I'm not going to drill a hole through the wing. Oh my god! Look at the state of that. You could make one of those, you know, those puzzles where you have to get the loop all the way around it. You could make one of those like that, couldn't you? Right, let's get the other one out. Brake pipe newydd, that's new brake pipe in Welsh, ready to go in. So I'm going to screw this in and sort of bend it as I go. Try and make our lives easier. Because he's probably going to write this car off on the MOT ramp, isn't he? Okay, roughly 2 hours later, 1 new brake pipe, 2 new brake pipes, and they sort of go down there and into here, and they're sort of held with these lovely clips, and everything's just absolutely perfect. And I think you'll agree, a much better design than originally was there. Now, you know, he might pull me up on this one, but, you know, lots of brake pipes go in wheel arches, so it should be absolutely fine. It's miles away from the tyre and things, so, yeah, should be absolutely fine. What now? Let's just put a little clip in there. All my nipples are free. Fantastic news. Now, I'm just going to get someone in there to stamp on the brakes while I crack them off. Open the bleed nipples. Do you want to go down again, Dickie?
There we go, right down.
Fucking hell. Right, that'll do, yep. So this pipe has just split its sides. So we've got another pipe to do. Yay! Set out to do 1 brake pipe as a quick 10-minute job. What's actually happened is I'm now on my 3rd brake pipe and well into the 3rd hour. It's alright, all those cars out there, they'll just do themselves. I hate brake pipes as well. They're like the least best thing to do on a car. Right, make a new one, put the new one on, play the brakes again, or pop another brake pipe. There's loads of other brake pipes in the car we can pop, I'm sure. Cost truth. Brake pipe number 3 is done. Where's Dickie? Dickie's back. Let's have another go.
Sport nugget is back.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Right down.
And up.
Up.
Down.
Up.
Down.
Right down.
Oh, comes the air. Up.
Up.
Down.
Right down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Right down.
God, can you see all that air coming through? And up.
Up.
Down.
Right down.
Dickie's just told me we've got brakes, which is a turn up for the caravan club, isn't it? And no more pop brake pipes so far, but who knows? So I'm just getting a bit of charge into this thing, and then, I mean, it just started to hammer it down, and it's sort of drizzling a bit now. It's doing something anyway, but I think it's going to be the morning for an MOT after that brake pipe saga. So I'm going to have a tidy up, get this thing ready to roll for the morning, and then we'll take it down for a test. It's the next day, and that can mean only one thing. Let's go and write this car off on the MOT ramp. So as you could see then, the best thing I could do for this car was to give it brakes, because it's so fast, so powerful. And check this out, totally bizarre. For absolutely no reason at all, but Vauxhall, in a lot of these 90s cars, there's a button on the end here, and it controls this multifunction computer. One of the functions is a stopwatch. I mean, why? Why does it need a stopwatch? But I'm so glad it's got one, because we have a thing in the workshop called the Tower of Power. So should we see how it does? Nothing behind me. 3, 2, 1. It's not that fast. Interesting, okay. What do you think it did in it? I guess we'll find out when we get back to the Tower of Power, and we'll find out if this thing has passed or failed its MOT. How do you think it's going to do? I think it's going to fail. I think it's going to fail moderately badly. Probably not as bad as the ST Mondeo, but probably not far off, you know. How does it drive though? Well, I mean, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. What an awesome driver is it? Steering wheel's amazing. So comfy. So comfy. It's just sort of bouncing and wallowing and just doing its absolute thing. And it has got plenty of go. I mean, it's certainly not the fastest car in the world, but for a big old bus, it's all right. It's good fun. Just pulled over to the side of the road. Let the traffic passed, and let's do this again. 3, 2, 1, go. God, it picks its heels up. Really does. Wow, wow, that was mega fast that time. I don't know if it went into like a sports mode or something, but that was a lot quicker. Right, I've probably got enough space here to do one more before we get to the MOT place. So the Frontera's down for its MOT, and while we sort of hang around waiting, I thought we'd try and sort this thing out here. So that there is a scale replica of Lake Geneva, right where I drive through, and it's a bit of a problem, because whilst it is fun to drive through, it makes a right old mess in the workshop because the car's just pouring with water, and I've just thought it would empty naturally, but it hasn't, and it's been ages. There's a drain there, so let's like see if we can open that drain and then maybe dig a channel from there to there. Would that work? I don't know, let's find out. Let's see if we can drain Lake Geneva. This is really heavy. I'm going to struggle to lift it up without, I don't know, breaking my back. So let's just see if I can pull some water here and if it drains away into there via underneath somehow. And if it does, then that's enough and we can dig the channel. Maybe we should wash it off first. I don't know why. When's it? How long does it take? we're looking at a Suez Canal type setup here. So let's just get started, and we'll start there and we'll work that way. It's really hard because it's not mud, it's just stones. Why did I start doing this? Fuck. So many other things to do. Okay, so I'm going to start digging over there now because it's more interesting. We're getting hazardously close here, aren't we? Are you excited? I'm excited. Hey! Running water, it's happening. Just gotta hope it drains somewhere down there. How long is this gonna take? This is actually going a lot better than expected because it is draining, and you can see, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's flowing lovely into that. And yeah. Are we going to be, you know, is this whole puddle going to sort of go down this little trench? I might just dig a little bit more out, you know, just for fun. Make it go a bit quicker. I think it'd be unfair to say that I've underestimated the size of this challenge. I mean, one of the reasons why I'm doing it is because I want to park the cars diagonally down here so I've got more space, because I'm moving that shortly. And I can't walk round the truck because it's backed up as close to the wall as it can. The Saab's behind it there, and then it goes into that camper that isn't mine, annoyingly, because I want it as cool. And I can't walk round there, so this is why I'm doing this. And look at it, it's flowing like a dream. It's got some serious pace, but I don't know how long it's going to take. We could be here for some time, but I'm looking at the sort of tide line. Is it a tide line? And it's definitely dropping. You can see it easier over there. Let's run up there and have a look. You can see the scale of the operation we're running here, you know. But this is a great way to see how well we've come. I mean, look at this here. Look, it was here, and it's gone that much, which is loads, isn't it? Is that many litres down there? So Hopefully it's not going to take long to drain this, maybe by the end of the day, I don't know. But I'm catching on with plenty of stuff. I've just fixed my washing machine, so that was good. But yeah, well, I'll keep giving you updates and a bit of a time lapse, you know. So it's just started to rain fairly heavily, and we're going to be battling the water. It's going to be filling up instead of draining away. It's going to be filling up, so I'm hoping it doesn't rain much harder than it is, and we'll start to see some like negative equity. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it is working. I mean, there's definitely a tide line. We're starting to see quite a good tide line here, which is really good. And you know, you're still not walking around there, but you're getting close. And I've just made this as good as I can for flow, and it does seem to be flowing really well. There's a little island there. Look, you could live there. Right, I'm going inside. I need to get the Spitfire out of there, which means moving this old bus, and I'm going to use this old bus. And it's that one's turn, Spitfire. It's going to get painted, so I'm just going to get it started and drive it in there. Last time I went anywhere near this thing, I nicked the coil off it for another car. So I've got a new coil in there. I'm going to put that on and then put a jump pack on it, and fingers crossed it's going to start. Rain's really coming down here now. My puddle expedition's not going well. Okay. I think that just slots in there somehow. I'm just going to sort of balance it there for the moment because I don't want to scratch it. Now this one goes to the plus, so we'll use that one there, and then that, is it that blue one or that blue one? That blue one goes to the minus, and there's a coil wire somewhere hiding, there it is. Nice, okay. And this wire that goes directly to the distributor, I imagine, goes on the minus side. Where's it there? Nice, okay. This battery's been in here for months. There's no way that this is going to start. But it'd be fun to try, wouldn't it? That's crazy. That battery's still got loads of charge and I can see the fuel pump filling up. That is crazy. This thing starts, it hasn't been started in September, 6 months. Is there a choke? Choke's fully out. Come on then. I can see the fuel filter filling up. Come on. Come on. Right, I haven't got much of this left. Come on. This thing is a diamond. Listen to that. And this is why I'm going to make the effort of doing a really nice job on this car, because it is sweet as a nut. Right. I'm going to put this inside, and then when it stops raining, and then we'll get back to that puddle. If you've not watched any of the Tasty Classic stuff before, this is a Panhard Dyna Z, and yes, cool. If you were wondering what that was. The easiest way to get this out of here is not to drive it. Because it's difficult for me to get in because I'm really big and the car's really small. Oh God, come on. I'm in. Bye. That'll do. I do think it's emptying faster than it's filling up, but not by much. Can't see any. Look, we're getting very close. Look at this tide line. We're getting so close to be able to walk sort of in front of that truck. It's definitely doing something, isn't it? Surely. It's time for this thing to have a total overhaul. But it's time for this thing to have a total overhaul. And if you want to watch it, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, subscribe, click the notifications bell, do all that good YouTube related activities. Comment, like, buy merch, join the Patreon, all of that good stuff. You'll be able to watch me transform the fortunes of this thing. And I still don't know what colour I'm going to paint it. Probably the original blue, but I'm not sure yet. Anyway, back to what car we're working on again? Oh yeah, Frontera. I wish I had like a toy boat that I could just send down there. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? But alas, I'm not 5 years old. There's the truck, and watch this. I can walk past it. We have reduced the size of the lake so I can get access to the car to go home in. How good is that? Look, you just walk past it. Look, come with me, look. Walking past the truck without getting our feet wet. Incredible stuff. What's that in there? Is it a dead duck? That's going to be it for today though. They still haven't done the MOT yet and the day's drawing to a close. So I've managed to catch up with loads of other great stuff, which is awesome. I've ordered loads of parts for the Spitfire and just generally getting on top of things, getting ready for my day trip to Birmingham tomorrow to drag a car out of a hedge. Should be fun. So I'll catch up with you in the morning and we'll find out whether or not this Frontera's, well, it's definitely failed, but what it's failed on, you know. So is that this thing's final frontier? AI wrote that for me. It didn't really. Yeah, I don't know. Let's have a look at the MOT certificate. But before we do, wow, it's practically gone. Look at it. I can barely see any puddle left. Is that it there? I can barely see it at all. And look at this. The Suez Canal has dried up, because we are lower over there than we are there, which is fantastic, isn't it? Really good. But now I can walk around the yard, which is exactly what we need. So alas, she did fail, but we knew she would. Catastrophic sense of humour failure from the rear disc though. That was quite a sketchy drive back. Probably should have trailered it if I wasn't so amazing at driving absolute shitboxes on public roads. So yeah, thankfully I've got it back safe. Let's go from least worst to worst, okay? Advisories. Do you remember this suspension arm? Corroded, but not seriously weakened. Get it? Great. Exhaust mounting defective central. Could you remember it snapped in little bits? Cool. It's only advisories, don't need to do them. Repair as soon as possible. Minor defects, so again, not a failure. Windscreen damaged, but not adversely affecting driver's view, which is, you can see this bit of white here. It's sort of where it's delaminated, but again, whatever, it's fine. Okay. Service brake efficiency below requirements. One of the brake pipes exploded on the MOT testing ramp. That was the one on the passenger side which we didn't do, and I was hoping would last at least an MOT's length of time, but it didn't. And then the brake load sensing valve inoperative, but anti-lock braking system functioning. There's a little proportioning valve on the back which put a new one on, I don't know. Exhaust has a major leak of exhaust gases. We knew that, couldn't work out where it was from. It's got a potential to be a bit of a ball ache. ABS system warning lamp indicates an ABS fault. So again, you'd have to probably do all the brakes, try and reset it or something, and see if you can find out, God, is it a sensor on one of the wheels, you know, all that sort of good stuff. Battery insecure, we'll get it some therapy. Then there's the welding. On both sides, seatbelt anchorage, prescribed area, strength or continuity significantly reduced, near side rear, outer sill and inner sill. Both of the back, probably that much length's gone. The windscreen washers don't work. I think it just needs a bit of air blowing down them. Do not drive until repaired. Dangerous. I think that means do not drive from now. Brake discs in such a condition that it's seriously weakened, so it needs new back brakes. Brake pipe connection leaking, which is the one that blew. But that's it. A Mondeo ST24, this is not but I haven't really got loads of time. I'm about to set off down to Birmingham to start a pretty epic video, and I've got the Talbot Sunbeam to do, and I've got the Spitfire to paint. I don't have huge amounts of time to dedicate what's probably 2 days worth of work into this thing, and a bit of money in parts. I do think it's worth it though. It drives so well when the brakes work. It drives so well. The engine's incredible. All the electrics are working. Everything is nice in the car. It's in such fantastic condition. It would really be worth doing. I'm going to think about it. I need you guys in the comments to tell me if you think it's worth getting this Frontera back on the road. Me doing it, or shall I just stick it on eBay as it is and someone else can do it? You know, let me know what you think. Let me know if it's a worthy contender for a big video, getting it back on the road, and we could hook a trailer up to it and go and pick a car up or something. That'd be quite fun, wouldn't it? But whatever happens, it wouldn't be for a little while, and it would just sit here in my new row of cars, which is great, isn't it? Let me know. I'm not sure. But thanks very much for watching. It's been a bit of fun, this video. Short one, just to sort of get something out to you on Friday. I'm going to go and start a big epic one now. A couple of other big ones on the go. So I don't know when I'll see you next, but keep in touch, okay? Bye.